sideline, there's Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His guys got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. He'll push forward for about a yard. Junior Colson there to make the stop. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Dobbins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Broncos. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll step up and run.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is brought in at the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. Early rhythm he was able to establish. He rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. And if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, this is going to be a hard group to beat.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's got a man! It's Harris! And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, L.A. Lion. On the ground, this is Harris. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Another run here with Harris. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Capper. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Rad McConkey. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here comes Harris on the toss to the right. And he's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown Chargers. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Khalil Herbert on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. Not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Dobbins. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away. And then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on the punt for Denver. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense ready for their 2nd possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. 13 yards on that pass play, and the Chargers have the 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Give up the middle to Harris. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The 1st quarter has come to an end. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter. So now 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. This one from 52 yards away. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. He'll give it to Dobbins. And that one going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cam Hart. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing now is Herbert. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Herbert. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense headed back to take over once more. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. This drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll work forward for a couple. Junior Colson there to make the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down. At the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Throwing. Nix. It is brought in the end zone. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Point after try forthcoming. His kick is good. The Broncos are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll return this from the 11. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chargers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On the give, it's Harris. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On the toss, it's Harris. And he'll get this up to the 44. Ivan Pace up from his linebacker spot to make the stop. 2nd and 7. Now Herbert. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. They run it over center with Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 42-yard line. Here's second down and 7.
Set. Let's go.
Now a play fake. Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
Run. Set. Wide 80. Set.
A run. Here's Harris. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Set. 380. Grid out. 380. Grid out. Set.
To throw, it's Herbert. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal.
380. Grid out. Ready.
Harris will take this one into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned.
Stop. Ready.
One more time, it's Harris. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. They'll talk things over before third down.
Set. Black 80. Black. Grid out.
Now, Herbert. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Matt McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
380. Cut. 380. Cut. Set.
A give, and here comes Harris. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
Set. 380. Cut. Go.
On 1st down, right back to Harris. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Set. Kappa, kappa, kappa. Set.
Play action now. It's Herbert. He'll get this out wide. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. 3rd down, they need 5.
Set. 380. Set.
Now it's Herbert. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Set. Lion, lion, lion. Ready.
Here's Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And he'll take this one in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, L.A.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Kicker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers are going to extend their lead. Halftime, coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our look around the NFL starts now. At MetLife Stadium, the Jets at home to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's Blake Corum. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And it's Tua Tagovailoa, putting this one on a dime, 34 yards to the end zone. The Dolphins are in the win column. They win it in front of the home faithful and move to 1-1. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And this is Joe Burrow. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Bengals even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10.
Set. Delta, stop.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Cap.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. He's across midfield. And they will finally run him down. That is a big play for LA. 37 yards.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
1st and 10.
Ready? 380. Good. What is it?
On the handoff, it's Harris. And despite a nice juke, we're going to get a yard to show for it. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that 1st down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
380. Go.
On 3rd down, they'll run, and here comes the reverse. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from 34 yards. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Khalil Herbert to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. A run with Dobbins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
They send Sutton in motion. That is caught by Bryant. They picked up 17 through the air. Good for a Denver first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
19 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They're
on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
This is caught at the 2.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth,
and he will drive his way into the end zone. Bo Nix, touchdown Denver. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down.
Ready, run. Set. Ready, run. Ready.
Give up the middle to Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be third down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. On fourth down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Now the return. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hold my set. Ready.
Now it's Dobbins. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down.
Hold my set.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
This is 3rd and 6.
Hold my set.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10.
Line.
They're going to run out of the gun. Here's Harris. Najee Harris. And he will go all the way. Najee Harris. Touchdown Chargers. second touchdown of the evening. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short, because they're going to stay out and go for 2.
Cap it. Go.
From the gun, it's Herbert. This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Herbert on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Working out of the guns, it's Nix. This one complete to Sutton. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Oh, my son!
Here's Dobbins. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
Oh, my son!
They'll stick with him again. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Bring it up. Set.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Now Herbert throwing on second down. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
380. 380. Go.
Here comes Harris on the toss to the right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Chargers get set to kick it away. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing is Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 6.
Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10
Oh, my
at
set.
the 36-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw is Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
Come on now, that's just unfair. You're asking them to stop a fullback cold. All he needed was a couple inches to pick up the 1st down. Mike, I think if they run that play 10 different times, he's moving the chains.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Almost. I got it. Ready. 180. Behind.
Throwing. Nix. This one caught by Lazar. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Denver 1st down. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
He'll take a shot with Mims. That is caught. What a throw. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. That his first touchdown of the new year. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Crazy. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They run it over center with Harris. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Another run here with Harris. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run for it with Harris. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of a football.
Built us up. Set.
They'll give it to Harris again. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Set. Kappa. Set.
A run. Here's Harris. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
380. Run. Set. 380. Run. Wait.
Herbert. Back over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Harris. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Kappa. What is it?
Handoff from the pistol to Harris. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Set.
2nd and 11.
Run. Ready.
Herbert down to a knee. And that should wrap this one up. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Denver, good night, everybody.